Welcome back to another edition of Purple Raiders Sitdown here on 91.1 WRMU. I'm your host, Jacob Buttar, and today I am joined by running back DeAndre Parker. DeAndre, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, Jacob.
Alrighty, DeAndre, we'll just get right into it here. So a 45-6 win in the season opener against Defiance and a 28-0 victory for you guys this past Saturday at Marietta. How would you grade the offense's performance really through the first 2 weeks of the season so far?
The first game against Defiance, I think we were hitting on all cylinders. The pass game, the run game. I think we played pretty well. We got to clean up some miscues in the red zone. We had some opportunities to score that we didn't capitalize on. This past week at Marietta was a little shaky, but I'm pretty confident we'll get it all cleaned up this week in practice. Watching the film, going over what we didn't do well and what we can clean up. Obviously, we got to pass protect a little better, and I'm confident in the O-line and the coaching staff that they'll put us in a position to succeed and execute this week coming up for our first home game.
For sure. And going back to week one, you yourself ran for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 71-yard score, which I got to admit was incredible to watch up in the booth. So the team as a whole, too, ran for 327 yards, even without who's become your backfield mate, Ty Echeverry. So talk about what was clicking that day and how deep this running back group is.
The offensive line just did a great job that Saturday. They were moving the line of scrimmage. We were executing. The tight ends were blocking really well, and the receivers were blocking well on the outside as well. So, we have a lot of playmakers, obviously, a lot of skilled players who Braxton can get the ball to. But we're all pretty selfless, and we all block for one another, and we all want to see each other succeed. And just a little bit about the running back room. Obviously, we were missing Tyler Echeverry that day. He was had a little banged up with an injury, but just having him this season is going to be great for our offense. He's really explosive. And Darnell Williams, Ryan Iden, Malcolm, we're deep at the position, so we have a lot of depth there. Just God forbid if anything happened injury-wise, I'm confident that any one of us can step in and carry the workload and make plays.
That's for sure. A very dynamic running back group for sure. It's been a lot of fun seeing you guys throughout the first 2 weeks of the season. So, DeAndre, you have plenty of experience under your belt, and you actually had the opportunity this past year to maybe not come back, which Purple Raider Nation thanks you very much for coming back. We greatly appreciate it. But was that an easy decision for you to come back and kind of talk about that thought process?
At first it wasn't an easy decision coming off an injury in the semifinals, obviously not being able to play in the Stag Bowl. It hurt, but just once the guys all made the decision that they were coming back, it kind of made the decision a lot easier to just give it one last ride for being a Purple Raider. It's the last chance we're going to get to be on that field, and we all want to do something big here, which is go 15-0 and obviously win the Stag.
Yes, sir. We love it. And again, thank you for coming back. I'm sure all of Purple Raider Nation agrees with me there. And DeAndre, when we had you in here for Purple Raider Sit Down last season, you said you tried to model your game after Alvin Kamara. And I asked that question to every person in here a season ago, and I can safely say that was the best comparison I heard, basically because of your receiving and running skills. So being the dual threat back that you are, I got to ask, do you prefer running the football or receiving, and why would you choose either or?
It doesn't really matter to me. Whenever I get my touches, I just want to be dynamic and explosive and make plays for the offense. I want to be a valuable weapon for Braxton out of the backfield, whether, they're Bracken and Wayne and or however the defense is playing. I just want to be able to get open and make plays after the catch, and obviously in the run game, just run hard and just show that our offensive line has improved and, just run hard and get first downs and make explosive plays.
Yeah, I remember coming up with that question last year to ask you guys, and I had immediately thought, DeAndre Parker, I hope he says Alvin Kamara, because that's exactly what we said. We actually mentioned it up in the booth a couple times. So incredibly dynamic running back. Love to watch you out there on the field, DeAndre. But in front of the home crowd on Saturday for the first time this season, how excited are you to be back at Carrier Stadium, and what does the home crowd mean to you guys overall as a team?
The home crowd's everything. I can't wait to see Raider Nation out there. It's going to be exciting and electric. Hopefully we make a lot of explosive plays on offense, and our defense has been playing really well. They've been lights out these past few games, and we're just excited to be back in front of the home crowd Saturday.
For sure. We're excited to have you back there as well. Now I got some quick hitters here for you, DeAndre. So some quick little questions, some fun ones here. So favorite team or team? So favorite NFL team, NBA team, MLB team, whoever you want to spotlight.
My favorite college football team besides Mount Union, obviously, being a Florida kid. I'm a Florida Gators fan, so we had a pretty big win over Tennessee this past weekend, which I love, getting back on track in the SEC play.
For sure, for sure. Were you a Tim Tebow fan growing up then?
Yes, those teams, those 05, 6, 7 teams are what got me rolling with the Gators. You know, we've been a little down the past decade, but it's kind of hard when you got Nick Saban in the conference.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Anthony Richardson, though, maybe he'll make some highlights. He's doing good in the NFL so far, so hopefully he'll keep that up. But hobby outside of football here for you.
You know, I just actually picked up golf this past year.
Okay.
It's kind of a love-hate, but I like getting out there with the boys, you know. So we were all up here this summer working out and working, obviously, on campus. But besides that, we were doing a lot of golfing.
Yeah, that's a definitely fun sport. When you're on your game, it's really relaxing, really enjoyable. When you're not, it's a different story. Yeah. One item on your bucket list.
One item on my bucket list. I'd like to go to a Super Bowl whenever that comes. I mean, I think it'd be really exciting, but haven't had a chance, obviously, being in school and everything. But hopefully in these next few years, if I can afford it, make it out to a Super Bowl game.
For sure. And last quick hitter here. If you weren't DeAndre Parker, the football player, what sport and position would you be playing here at Mount?
One that I think I could actually play.
Yeah, or if you don't think you could play, but it's like a dream of yours that you would want to play, like really anything you want here.
You know, I like the basketball team. I like the crowd. It's pretty electric. Our basketball team is really good. So maybe playing point guard for the basketball team, that'd be fun. I was also a tennis player in high school. So
okay.
It's a little fun fact. Nobody really knows.
That's very cool.
Or expects, Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, we'll have to get Colin Gurley back there. You can be his backcourt mate this upcoming season. But last question I have here for you, DeAndre. I asked Caleb Brown the same question when he was in here last week about the defense's goals of the season, and his own goals for the season. So asking you the same question here, does the offense collectively have any goals this season? Do you have any personal goals this year?
I would say the offense collectively is just to go out and execute the game plan that the coaches have. I know that's kind of a boring answer, but our goal is just to go 1-0 every week, which will eventually lead to being 15-0 and national champions. You know, I'm pretty excited for the defense and the defensive line. I do want to see them break the sack record, and I think they have, you know, the guys to do it, obviously, with Duke, Rossi, KB, all of those guys. Like, I think they have a good chance. But on offense, I myself don't have any personal goals. I just want to be a national championship my final year here.
For sure. And we all hope that happens here for you. Interestingly enough, I like how you pointed out the defensive line. Caleb Brown said 80 sacks is the goal this year. They're well on their way to that.
They're on their way.
Sure. But DeAndre, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate your time, and best of luck this weekend season.
Thank you, Jacob, for having me.
Thank you for listening to another edition of Purple Raiders Sit Down. We're just moments away from kickoff.